Welcome to Mr. B's, everybody. We're going to review today an Iowa State win.
Wonderful, huh?
78-74 last night over Nebraska. And let me tell you something, Tim. I've been doing the Cyclones sound-off show on KXNO.
Yeah?
And I cannot tell you how refreshing it was to talk about a victory for once, because it's been a long time.
It was 6 in a row we'd lost, and everybody was looking at this game as a must win for the program, for the sanity of the players.
No, for sure.
And they'd go into the locker room. You could see the last loss at home, and they were just beat up, and it was a really big win. And I think as we go into those last 3 games of the season, maybe a little uplifting going into the tournament. Maybe we can see something happen. That's maybe an upset.
Oh, for sure.
And they look good.
And I know I'm a little bit more on the optimistic side than a lot of people. I think not just in terms of the basketball program, but everything in general. But I have a good feeling about the game at Colorado on Saturday. Colorado's a team that's on their way down. They got beat by 29 last night by a Missouri team that Iowa State hung with. Then you have a Missouri team coming into Hilton, which is a winnable game. I'm not saying they will, but it's winnable.
Absolutely.
And, you get one of these next 2, you get a 10 seed in the tournament, then all of a sudden you're looking at like an Oklahoma State in the first round, which is a winnable game. So at least, my thing is if you've given up on the season, fine, but there's at least reason to watch now,
some of the fanatic fans come into the store here at Mr. B's, and we chat about the Clones, and a lot of negative comments coming about the play and this and that. But I think last night gave them a little sunshine on a cloudy kind of a season. That there is some optimism going into the tournament. We may see some refreshing play out of some of the stars, which we saw last night.
Exactly.
We saw last night for sure, and I think that there is optimism. I'm on your side on that, Chris. I think that we have to look optimistic as we go forward. We've got a lot of young players coming around. Who knows? Maybe we're gelling late, and let's see what we can do as we go these last 4 or 5 games.
Well, and my big thing is, too, it's March Madness, Big 12 tournament. It's like one of the best times of the year.
Absolutely.
And, I hate to see fans just throw that part away. I mean, because the thing is, there's a lot of talent on this Iowa State team, and I'm not sitting here trying to convince people that it's been a great season. I'm not trying to do that because it's obviously not true.
It's been disappointing in a lot of ways, but I think we still have a season to play, part of a season.
Enjoy the ride.
Let's be good fans. Let's go after. Let's stay optimistic. I think we saw a really nice game last night, and I think there's 2 or 3, 4 maybe good games left out of them, and let's see what happens.
And we need to do this too. Cyclone fans, you got to credit Nebraska, because what Iowa State did defensively in the first half, they were giving those threes.
Right.
It wasn't lack of heart. I saw one post. It wasn't poor defense. They were giving them those threes.
Absolutely.
They were packing it in, and Nebraska hit the shots, which they haven't done really all year.
They were hitting them in that first half, and I credit the Clones the way they came back in the second half. And toward the end of the half, we were coming really strong, and they look good. They look very good.
We'll take it. And Craig Brackens and Marquez Gilstrap kind of shut me up, because I've been very vocal towards those two here over the past few weeks.
They stepped up.
5 of 9 with Quez. I think Craig was 7 of 12. They played nice games.
They stepped up. I think that you're going to see more of that from Brackens as we go through these last 4 or 5 games, and maybe more if we get in. Hopefully we could get. I don't know about NIT, but let's talk about that later as we go on.
That's about the best case scenario at this point.
It is the best case scenario, and we'll look at that as we go forward. But hats off to Coach Finley and what he's done with the girls. From my take on it, some really good play and
they'll be in action tonight.
Yes, they are tonight
against Kansas. So that's definitely a big game for them. As they're looking right now at a 3 seed in the Big 12 tournament. They could be a 2 seed before it's all said.
Unbelievable year for them, and hats off to the girls. They played well, and it looks like good support for them at the Hilton Coliseum when they're there. So a good job out there, fans. And I want to put a little plug out for Mr. B's right now. Chris, you walked in, you saw a little ray of sunshine in here. We've turned over to spring.
It looks nice.
And I'd like to invite you all to come out and see Mr. B at 1995 Northwest 86th Street, and tell us that you're a Clone fanatic, and we'll talk a little basketball. We'll talk whatever you want while you shop, but we'd like to invite you out.
It looks nice, Tim, too. We got the shoes in the background.
Yeah, we changed the background today.
Yeah.
It looks a little fresh for us, and I'd like to invite you out to see us, and keep the optimism out there, you fans. I think that we're going to see some good basketball yet out of this group, and some youth coming in, some good recruits. Let's keep optimistic.
Yeah. Tim, back to the store for a minute. Is it spring shopping? Do people really start right now, or is this here in the next few weeks?
We're seeing a lot of spring shopping. You know that we have spring break coming up here.
People are going to go on cruises and stuff like that.
They get out of this weather, and we have clothing for that. So it is a time to come and take a look at us. We think every time's a time to come take a look at us.
For sure.
But we have new fresh goods, and we'd love to see your smiling faces at Mr. B's. 1995 Northwest 86th Street. I'm Tim. We have a great staff. We'd love to have you come in.
Go check it out and tell them Chris Williams sent you.
Hey, I like that. I like that, Chris. Yeah.
All right. Tim, we appreciate it. We're going to go out and get a win on Saturday, hopefully. I know you're going to do some traveling, so you be safe, and we'll see you next week,
thanks.
all right?
I wish the girls tonight a good game. Hopefully they can get that win, get a second seed in the tournament, and for the fans out there, for the guys, I think we got some optimism next week.
Tim Sitzman here at Mr. B's. I'm Chris Williams, saying so long.